hanging out with skydivers, and I couldn't avoid jumping. So I'm going to put this camera in the airplane to film the last moments of my life, possibly.
Do you want to go skydiving? No!
And I also learned that a KingAir can beat the jumpers down from 20,000 feet.
Jumpers are back there, so all we got to do is stay out of their path, and then the airplane's coming down about 7,000 feet a minute.
Oh yeah, you're not kidding, eh? Oh my god. I can't believe that's final, that's bonkers.
Yeah, I'm at 4,000 feet on a 1 mile final.
It's part 2 of our aviation weekend in Siloam Springs. I've been in this modified KingAir doing jump runs all day, learning how Dan runs this operation.
Very cool, so it's kind of like scaling up what a tow pilot does for gliders, right?
Yep, except the objective on this is to get them up to altitude at the correct geographical position, and then get the aircraft back down again as quick as you can.
Oh my god.
We covered takeoff and how Dan accurately navigates to the point where the jumpers go in the previous episode. This time we're going to cover the crazy descent and landing. After Trista's first jump, Brock and I got to experience the insane ride down.
Okay, I guess, alright, Brock's good. Oh yeah, you're not kidding, eh? Oh my god. That's crazy. So let's just talk through the procedure of what you just did. You pulled the power back and you just got almost hit a wing over?
Yeah, it's just not really a wing over. Jumpers are back there, so all we got to do is stay out of their path, and then the airplane's coming down about 7,000 feet a minute.
What a rush. Wow, that's crazy how fast it got down.
Oh yeah.
Are we going to beat them down?
Most likely. All right, final gear check is good.
We're beating them down.
There comes your canopy just coming in right there.
We beat the skydivers down. So that's pretty cool. We were landed and taxiing off and they were still floating down. I learned a lot being behind the scenes for this jump operation, and I'm happy to share it. Trista came along for the next flight as an observer, and she got to see this whole thing from the perspective of the air crew.
I came to observe my friend that was jumping after I had already jumped.
The next flight we geared up for was going to 14,000 feet. Now that I had an idea of what to expect, I was excited to learn more about the details of how this works. And as we took off for what would be the last flight of the day, it was surreal to think the next time I'd be in this plane would be to jump out myself.
Skyrange 90 Mike Victor, all jumpers away, we're just heading.
Skyrange 90 Mike Victor, for a good day.
This thing's pegged down, but we're doing about 7,000 feet a minute. I keep on trimming, and then I'm going to have to pull the nose up in order to get gear speed. So what I'm going to do is just pull the airplane up and to the left, and then to the right, see the speed bleed off. Nose is up, speed's good, gear's coming down. I got 3 green, I'm going to full flaps, and there's our runway right there.
Yep.
See it straight ahead?
Yeah.
Yeah, Siloam Springs. KingAir's on short final for 1-8 Siloam Springs.
I can't believe that's final, that's bonkers.
Yeah, I'm at 4,000 feet on a 1 mile final.
That's awesome.
It was a lot different coming back this way fast, and my ears were popping a lot. Did a lot of nose blowing. I thought it was fun. It was like a roller coaster ride for me.
Wow, that was awesome.
Siloam traffic, experimental 99er Hotel Golf Skinner, left down wing runway 18 Siloam. Yeah, if you're on the left downwind for 18, you're well clear. All the jumpers under canopy are on the west side of the field.
Roger, I'll be looking for them. That is a rush, man, flying like that. Wow.
Yeah, the turbines can do it. They're this thing's a little sports car, and you can just wipe the power out, roll it over. You know, you're not doing anything aerobatic. You're not exceeding aerobatic limitations. That's the steep turn that you practice for your private pilot check ride. It's a steep turn, nose down, and it comes down. It's actually very easy on the airplane.
In part 1 of this series, I reluctantly agreed to jump out of an airplane.
I don't know, dude. I'm pretty sure we won't die. There's a big abstract component to this whole like jumping out of a plane from 20,000 feet. I guess I'm gonna go through the training for this.
It got real when Dan let me know I'd be on the next trip.
I'm gonna stick you on a flight. You'll be back here in about 2 hours.
We had time for a quick lunch break and to back up our footage from the morning.
Well, I mean, I guess I regret not doing it if I don't do it.
You don't have to. That's option.
Have some lunch.
It's a fabulous opportunity.
It is, it is.
It's a chance for you to fly your body.
Okay, alright, let me wrap my head around this. Here we go.
After backing up our footage over a light lunch, I was relieved to have convinced our camera girl Jordan to join me on the jump. And this was no joke, we were actually going to do a 20,000 foot jump for our first one.
Candid is not the only way you can make a parachute jump. There are other methods of instruction available to you. If you have any medical problem that you think might affect your ability to make this jump, please ask your doctor about the advisability.
Then came the paperwork, of which there was quite a bit.
Put your initials after each of the paragraphs there.
From there, it was straight to training and briefing with a tandem coach.
If you want to deploy, then you're going to have your hands up here like this. What I'll do is at some point, I'm going to tap this hand like that, and we're going to do a practice touch.
Okay.
And because symmetry is such a big deal, if you were to just take this hand and bring it down here, this hand is catching air and it would blow us, get us unstable. So the symmetrical aspect of that is we reach down and we bring this hand up.
Okay.
Okay, and then we come back like
So
that.
you're asking, why wouldn't you just do this? That seems more symmetrical.
Well, here's the reason why, is because if you bring your hands down like this, you'll have a tendency to actually go diving forward. You want to keep a little bit of drag up here with that. Yeah, so that's why it goes like that. 6,000 feet, I'm going to wave my hand in front of you just to let you know I'm going to open the parachute.
Okay.
So I'll reach and deploy, and then you'll feel us transition from horizontal to vertical. And then we bring the toggles down. Our hands are in the top. When we bring it down, you just slide your hands inside where our hands are and just hold on to that. And one of the reasons why we put your hands in there is because similarly to driving in a car, if you get motion sickness sitting in the back seat, a lot of times it's because you don't have control and you're not anticipating what's happening. So when we put your hands in the toggles and you're helping initiate the turns, then it takes a lot of that away of you possibly getting nauseous. Because of the height that we're going to be jumping from, if you can clear your ears once or twice during free fall, it'd be awesome. Because I always tell people on a normal 14,000 foot jump, when we open up our parachute, clear your nose, clear your ears. But when we do an 18 or more, it's just harder because it's a little deeper in there. So if you can think about during free fall, give it a little bit of a pop.
Should I give a warning that we're going to get asymmetrical, or I just...
No, because you can do whatever you want. It's not going to mess us up. We're flying it.
Okay.
So you can do whatever you need to do. All right. Awesome. Well, let's go get geared up.
All right.
So I'm going to put this camera in the airplane to film the last moments of my life, possibly.
Leg straps pull all the way up to your hips. Find your cute little hips there. There they are. This your first skydive?
It is.
Well, today will be your first flight.
Last time I was wearing a harness like this, I was going to be hoisted by the Coast Guard, and I was a lot less nervous. The Coast Guard thing, I didn't like the idea of the cold water and stuff. That was the issue there. I didn't worry about being hoisted and up and down out of a chopper. What are you going to do?
How do you feel? Good? Good to go.
Now, you're kind of an aviation guy, huh? You know what type of airplane this is, right?
KingAir 90.
KingAir 90. Sweet, sweet ride. Cool thing about this ride, it's going to take us really high, can't it?
Yeah, we're going 20,000, right?
20,000 feet. That is way higher than, like, most mountains.
That's true.
Well, Mr. Steve, it looks to me like you're all rigged up in what I like to say is the latest in fall fashion. You ready to do this, man?
You do it, right?
With last-minute briefings wrapping up, it was clear go time was imminent.
Right there.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Now, when do you pull it?
I think at 6,000 or 7,000, but when you tell me.
What's that mean?
I have no idea.
That means pull the parachute now, please. One finger's pull. That's anywhere in the world skydiving. You're out skydiving and you see someone doing this, they're telling you pull right now. Like stuff might be coming out, or I might be going like, dude, you need to pull right now, save your life.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
My nerves were getting the better of me and I borderline offended Big Ben, who'd be flying camera beside us.
I'm not gonna collide into you.
Well, should we brief maneuvering or whatever if we're gonna do try some stuff?
All you do is go straight down. I flapped you.
You won't be able to maneuver. You're hanging underneath the drone. You can
Yeah.
turn left and right a little bit, but you can't flip around or anything. You're suspended by that rope.
Right, okay.
And just like that, we were getting on board.
Right.
But this time my seat was a little less comfy.
All right, Steve. Careful on the ladder, man.
So Steve! Yeah. Man, digging the chops, brother. Again.
This was going to be a multi-drop ride, with the first crew diving from 12,000, and then we continue up to 20,000.
Do you want to go skydiving? No!
But at this point, there was no turning back. When the door opened, I felt a sense of calm. The training was good, and I trusted these guys. After a moment to take in the surreal view, I took the leap. The only uncomfortable thing about this was how cold my exposed neck got. Otherwise, it was a rush that I can't put into words.
The amazing thing is that usually Dan beats them down to the ground.
I know.
He literally dives that plane. Oh, first one's out.
There we go.
That's Tai right there in the red, white, and blue one. That's Tyler and
Steve,
Chop.
I
Yeah,
guess.
Chop's right up there. That'll be Tony and Jordan, and then Big Ben did outside video, so he'll be swooping in right beside us too. Oh look, they're doing wing overs.
And almost on cue, Dan beat us to the ground. Reviewing this footage, I'm reminded how physically drained I was after that adrenaline rush.
Thanks, buddy. Good flying. I was gonna lie here for a minute.
That first bit, your ears are like crazy, like your
But did you
head
remember
is
to equalize?
popping. Huh?
Did you remember to equalize on your way down?
I was trying to, but I couldn't think, and then I just felt like I was doing everything wrong, but I don't think I was. As soon as you get it, it's like so surreal. Like you see your feet, and then you see the world, and it doesn't look like it's real.
Yeah, that moment of like being on the edge is like, really? Really? But there's no time to think about it. It's like, you're on!
Yeah, yeah.
And he flipped me up, did he flip you upside down so you can see the plane go?
No.
Okay, yeah, Tyler
No,
did that to me.
I was face forward, and I could just feel as the wind went in my cheeks.
Did you do some hard turns and you could like feel
Yeah, yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
It was all worth it once the parachute expanded.
Oh, so you didn't like the free fall?
The free fall was just too fast or something. It was like, I don't know if maybe we were just too cold
It
or
was
what,
cold.
but it was like
It was intense.
really intense. It was fun. Kind of.
If you missed part 1, you can see that at flightshops.com. Just search KingAir or Skydive. We've got over 125 back catalog episodes there. And again, thanks to sponsors and Patreon supporters for helping us create this content. We could not do it without you. And of course, thanks to Dan for inviting us out to Sky Ranch to jump and fly with him. Until next time, keep your flight chops sharp.
If you guys want to deploy, you can. I mean, you can do.
I prefer.
You want to do it or not?
Wait.
Do
Oh.
you want to open the parachute?
Oh,
As
I
opposed to
just
land
meant.
without deploying.
Yeah, I just meant I would like the parachute.
You would like it to open. Gotcha. So here's what we'll do.